All right, Aaron, thank you. The demand for pilots has reached new heights. Crew shortages have created turbulence in the airline industry.
Now, companies are cutting flight schedules ahead of the busy summer travel season as they work to recruit more pilots. KOLD News 13 Shaley Sanders takes a closer look at how this national problem is impacting local flight schools.
In my entire career, I've never seen it like it is today.
Belinda Burnett says the demand for commercial pilots is unprecedented.
Back when I started flying, it was a 10 to 15 year time period before you could ever even think about the airlines after finishing training. It's just because there was not that much movement.
Burnett is the director of aviation programs at Cochise College and is a graduate of the program herself. She says because of today's demand, her students are on the fast track to piloting passenger planes.
What we tell them is if you just stay the course, just come in, do the work, you will be at a major airline in 6 years.
Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Prescott is also seeing an increase in enrollment.
In the fall of 2018, we brought in 157 freshmen, and at that time the program was about 480 students. This fall, we're expecting 320 freshmen, and my program will be just over 900 students. So in a 4-year span, you can see that we've increased by more than 100%.
Flight Department Chair Parker Northrup has more than 3 decades of experience in the aviation industry.
This increase is among the largest we've seen in the modern age. And certainly when you look at the global numbers, almost 750,000 pilots will be needed globally in the next 5 years. It's not likely to let up anytime soon.
According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, overall employment of airline and commercial pilots is projected to grow 13% from 2020 to 2030, faster than the average for all occupations. About 14,500 openings for airline and commercial pilots are projected each year on average over the decade.
Future and Active Pilot Advisors reports from January to March, 12 major airlines hired a total of 3,432 pilots. United Airlines led the pack with 779 hires and announced plans to hire 10,000 pilots by 2030. American Airlines hired 623 pilots and projects it will hire more than 2,300 pilots this year. Delta also hired 623 pilots. To expedite the hiring process, some of these major airlines are turning to the regional airlines to find qualified candidates, leaving those companies scrambling to fill vacancies.
They are actually losing more pilots than they are hiring by almost half.
To recruit pilots, these companies are offering sign-on bonuses, new and existing cadet programs, university and vocational flight school partnerships, and more. Cochise College is working to expedite their aviation program to meet the demand.
Normally, our graduates would take 2.5 to 3 years to acquire the time they need to get to the regional airline. We feel the need to accelerate those students faster to get the hours so they can get to the regional airline sooner.
Even if hundreds of people signed up for an aviation program today, they wouldn't be ready for about 2 years.
This is not a problem that we can add water and instantly fix. This is a time problem. It takes time to get the hours and the experience to get to the next step, and we can't put it on fast forward and get to the end, quicker than what safety will allow us to do.
Shaley Sanders, KOLD, investigates.